Howdy neighbors, it's Sako Tumi, also known as Cass Voit, and I felt like doing a pop-up with my buddy RC. All right, here's RC. Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing today, Fland?
We got greeted before we even went live. So, hi, Felicia.
Felicia!
God damn it. Jace.
Blaspheme.
Jace is doing terrible puns in the space hutch, and it's really fucking with me.
Puns?
Puns.
Direct me to the space. I want to do some puns. I am the Punkin King.
Okay. Can I invite people? I don't think I can.
Oh, denied. Sorry, they're not ready for my pun game yet. It's too strong.
Well, Jace's puns game is also... See, it says, my boss threatened to fire the employee with the worst posture. I have a hunch it might be me.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know, my grief counselor died. She was good at her job. I barely cared. Boom.
So Felicia asked how I was doing. I am not doing so great.
Mm.
And then Mint popped in.
Mint.
Working on some super old whip, no word count goal, just vibing. Ooh, I want to vibe with a story. I might go into my Flash and see if, like, kind of edit through them and, like, see if I can do the things.
It must be done.
Maybe. I've already posted them on my blog, so I'm not sure if I can do anything with them, but... Hi, Rita. Hi, Eva. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi, Izumi. Glad you could drop by. I'm just writing, I think. I don't know what I'm writing about. Maybe I'll start something new.
Got anything new to start?
I was thinking of just like doing thought to hands type of writing. Stream of consciousness, that's what I mean. And seeing what comes out of that.
So, pantsing.
Well, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it's kind of what I do, even though I pretty much have an idea what I'm going to write when I go there. But at the same time, I don't know how I'm going to word it.
Mm-hmm.
What rhythm I'm going to use.
Yeah, exactly. I pants that consistently. I will have a prompt for the scene, and if that can be split into 2 chapters, or I can treat it, however I want.
Well, I'm kind of using it as a learning curve. When I go to like write bigger stories, some of like novel length, I probably get a little better at my outline for like what I want per scene, per chapter. But with novellas and short stories, I just don't want to waste too much time on it like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But still, it would still be a hell of a lot of time for her to do it with this one.
I still run them through all of my story ideas through, except for my Flash. My Flash were literally stream of consciousness with a prompt. So Maybe I could go through Laura Nettles' thing and see if there are some prompts I wanna yank. She has like 250 horror prompts on her website.
I'd never looked into those.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm randomly looking at this whip for and I was like, this is a really good story so far. Cool. Start something shiny and new. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I just need a character, which will probably be Panda, who's the lead in my book Hope's Chest. I did a short story, about 5,000 words, of a Halloween night with Panda, where she goes to a Halloween party where the hosts are vampires. And it won second place in Kent Sean's short contest. So I got money for it. But I lost it in the hard drive crash. So I think the only way I can get it is to find the email that I sent to Ken, and hopefully it's in an email. I'd like to see the sparkles.
Sparkles.
Could just pull a tarot prompt too. I could. Also, you writing, RC?
Yes, I am. I'm doing the wording. I'm actually I keep calling it my revision for this body horror story. It's more of an edit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically just gonna throw it out there for a quick line in it before I, chuck it onto Kindle. By the way, date set still for Halloween. Since it's on a Tuesday, I kind of have to. It's a horror story.
Do you want me to format your book, your story?
Only if you show me how to do it, because I want to learn how to do it myself.
I use Vellum.
Well,
and Vellum is Mac. Vellum is Mac only.
Okay. Well, I mean, what does it do? Like, just throw it in there and it formats it to exports it to whatever.
It exports in such a way that it agrees with Amazon.
Does it cost anything?
It costs $300.
Wow, $300.
Yeah, but like it's paid for itself. Like I did it with Hope's Chest and Flambeau and Shadow of the Fae.
Oh, so it's
and a couple of other people.
So it's like a one-time deal. You pay the $300, you can do whatever you. Damn.
So I did some stuff for Mint. I did some stuff for Amber. I did some stuff. Ginny. I did both of Ginny's books. Yeah, and I'm sure there are other people that like I lost in the hard drive crash.
Well, I'm actually in discussions with an artist right now for the cover. He's actually from South America. He's really good. I'm actually going to send you the Instagram because I met him through my one goth poet friend.
So outlining, so maybe it's the outline that is too specific. Like I do prompts like this is the point of the scene. And then however I get to that point is I just do stream of consciousness really. Yeah. Could write flash on a timer and share them. Yeah. Which I love doing, which I did with the flash. Ooh, why don't we do flash here now?
You want us to flash people?
Uh, you get 15 or 20 minutes because my timer is 20 minutes to write a story. Beginning,
do
middle,
this.
and end.
You can do this. I'm gonna just do it.
I will do it.
I have a deadline set now. I kind of have to stick to my guns. I sent you a link for that artist, by the way, if you want to check the stuff out.
Oh, okay.
In the middle of your flashing.
Let me look.
Yeah, he's really good. And I gave him the description of what I want for the cover. I don't know how he's going to do about title and author shit on the front of it.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
I know, right? Shh. Let me have my way with him first.
Especially the Animal Farm one that he did. The full color. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, my friend Katie Thrun.
See, a basic
artist.
Yeah, I do a basic outline, and which usually include my notes. And only once have we gone off of the outline. And it was technically BC that did it.
I've only ever written an outline once, and that's for the graphic novel script, Wolf Hunt. And even then, I pretty much stopped dead halfway through issue 4, or script 4, or whatever you want to call it. But so far, I've deviated so off of that beaten path I set because the story changed as I was writing it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like by the time I got to that moment, that setting, that atmosphere is like, that doesn't feel right. Let me just squeeze into this real fast. Jump to the next scene, the kind of thing.
Yeah, I do something similar. Oh, I have my submissions for the anthologies in here.
That's another thing I want to look into. The stories I have on Kindle right now. Seeing if I can submit them to places as reprints.
I think that's a great idea. Like magazines and
yeah, just for the hell of it, and just get my name out there.
I think that's great.
In between AuthorTube and just throwing out my author promo flyers at metal shows, goth shows, and horror conventions, got to keep spreading the reach, the influence, let it grow like weeds.
I wonder if the double-spaced ones were submissions for anthologies that were rejected.
Aren't you supposed to double space all submissions?
Yes. But those are the ones that I submitted, is what I'm saying. So there was a short stint where Katerina and Bonnie and I would take a couple of hours and just do like 15-minute sprints and 15-minute flash sprints with a topic. One was oh geez, what was it? I call it grocery store, but it was the prompt was unreliable narrator.
Yeah, I've seen that. Isn't it like a genre in its own almost?
Isn't it what?
Almost like a genre, like this new wave genre, like unreliable narrator, or like kind of tricks the reader as you go along.
Yeah. So I wrote oh, it's done. I finished it. And I wrote it in third person.
That's another thing I've been wrestling with. The Sis, what I'm writing right now, is first person,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always been a third person kind of guy.
Oh, so you're doing the opposite that I'm doing.
Yeah, and not only that, the character himself, he's kind of a douchebag.
Ooh.
I'm making the most like, I don't know, how do I explain this without hurting anybody's feelings? A total wimp, basically soy boy, just like that can't really do anything for himself, and like I still have to make it entertaining and not you just reading it and hating him the whole time. It's kind of walking that line, making it mildly amusing and gross at the same time.
Okay, so Min is talking about fleshing out, basically taking the world of one of her shorts and making a book out of it.
That's
And that's how I got into novel writing. So I write each chapter as though it's Flash. And then each, like they can be whatever topic, but they got to be related. And then you can make it consistent in the edit.
huh? Sorry, I'm emailing myself that link to that publish submission thing
Cool.
in the chat so I can remember it later. I am forgetful.
Hey, RC Scott. I followed Judy the other day on Instagram, and you know me, Jordan.
Okay.
I'm happy today, you guys, because the plants that I planted are blooming.
Cool.
Yay!
What kind of plants?
What kind of plants?
And even
I
has fly
feel,
traps.
I feel lettuces in a planter box, and the baby gem lettuce is so that they will be having them next week.
Well, bust out the pictures. Let us see.
But I'm ching.
Told you.
Why not make a book collection of stories about the event with the chapters in between? It starts out as a collection of stories, but they're all related. So I started it in like a Sandman sort of situation where each issue is like different people, different setting, different time frame.
But with Dream as the central character.
Right. So that's where I learned to write novels, right? So my short stories started to be continuations of each other, and that's how I read a book.
Now, collection of stories with one central theme. Now,
Mhm.
that's anthology. Like I guess from musical point of view, I see that as like a concept album.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anthology concept album. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Concept book.
Concept book.
I like it. I want in.
So that's why I'm having trouble with the choose your own horror thing, because it works so wildly out of my my process that I don't know how to confront it.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out my process.
Mm-hmm.
That's why every time we talk about it, it's like, oh God, what are we gonna do?
So I announced on Tuesday that I'm writing a book with BC again. And I'm tempted to say, like, let's write like a novella together. You
With
and me?
vampires that drink human milk.
Sure.
You gotta have that one degenerate homeless vampire. That's how I live, off of the milk.
Yikes.
The comic relief.
The comic relief.
Beans.
I had a dream where two of the characters came to me and told me not to be such a lazy bitch. Oh, and finish the story. You know how it's going to go. Just do it. I used to dream of these characters often. I've not written anything new since 2010. I've had to start rewriting the 3 books that I lost. Technically, I lost like 2 novellas and 4 books because Hope's Chest was done in Scrivener too. So Flambeau was done in Google Docs, but I made a Scrivener file for it. That I ended up not fleshing out all the way. So I'm kind of surprised that it turned out as good as it did.
That's one thing I've heard of since I came into writing. It's been a cautionary tale. That's why I have like the Word app on my phone, on my computer, on my tablet, which I hardly use. I just want to make sure that shit's somewhere preserved.
Yeah.
But I've never gone off of Word. I guess, if it's not broke, don't fix it. At the same time, I've never really gone anything big to where it would, really need anything sophisticated. I reckon. What are you drinking?
Lime flavored sparkling water.
Oh. I'm drinking chai.
Ooh, that
spicy
dragon,
chai. Yep.
Yeah.
Spicy dragon chai.
Yum. I have no idea how I managed to keep the draft through 3 drive crashes. Kismet, I guess. Yeah.
That's a survivor right there.
So I don't know. I'm trying to store my Scrivener files. I've kind of hit like a lump, a little bump on the road on my damned Hitman thing, which is episode 14.
What kind of bump or lump?
I think I need to flesh out. Okay, so last time on the last episode, human Enzo eats a magical cupcake and it awakens him as a mage. He begins to see time. And so I used the next chapter of him leaving the restaurant and being bombarded by visions of time. Basically, most of which he dies. So he uses time magic to determine when not to die, and he makes it to his destination.
Pretty far out, man.
Yeah. And his teacher is that kind of guy, is that far out man, like super hippie dippy, has a shirt that moves around like a Rorschach painting. Like he's an oracle of time. So he was there to basically hold Enzo's hand while he was tripping out the first time.
Yeah, you definitely want to have that veteran with you when you're tripping out the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Might not know how to handle it. Especially a wizened old mage, an old dude that abides.
I tried a new type of tea, R.C. Scott, that you might like. I'm forgetting the name, but I'll message it to you when I see my brother-in-law next. He always has some.
Hell yeah. For years, for people who don't know, I drank coffee kind of reluctantly. I don't mind it. I've just never been that much of a fan. But I was working such a fast-paced, labor-intensive, job that just beat the shit out of you every day. You pretty much had to get to like crackhead levels of motivated to keep going with it.
Yeah.
Super dark roast, Death Wish, Valhalla, all that wonderful stuff. But
I haven't tried Valhalla.
it's
Is
really
it?
good. It's really
It's
good.
really good because Death Wish sucks.
Yeah, I don't like the way it smells when you're brewing it. But
Yeah.
despite that, like I said, I've enjoyed a cup of coffee in my day, and Valhalla is so damn good you can drink it black, plain, even if you're
Mm-hmm.
not into that. And I've always been a heavy cream and sugar kind of guy. Um, but either way, it's always got my anxiety up. Not to mention, I
Yeah.
never much of a sleeper as it is, and that didn't help. So after a while, I finally got out of that job situation, and now I'm just kind of winding back. I'm doing with tea, which I prefer drinking. It's not so over the top with a caffeinated rush, which is kind of funny. You think of me, I can outdrink Ireland, outsmoke both Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson. For some reason, caffeine does not like me.
I'm going to bring up Laura Nettles' blog.
But yeah, I switched tea. I like it more chill. Tastes better. Not to mention, it's like a whole culture in itself.
Blog.
It's like when I posted that on Facebook and all that jazz. Like my friends I know in like England were all over. They're like, "Oh, you gotta try this tea."
Oh shit! Laura Nettles started a Substack.
I think I'm subscribed to it. Whatever.
I don't think I'm subscribed to her. Does she have a link? Yes.
I gotta blow the dust off of mine. I was kind of having fun with that, but I fell way off with it.
I think she's Herald of Spring was a flash fiction, but is this all paid? Let me check. No, not all of it. There are suggestions to pay, but I would like to subscribe. About? I cannot subscribe without paying.
No thanks. No offense.
And you said you might follow her. That's funny.
Figure out what you're gonna write yet?
I am looking for horror prompts.
See, I've never written on the spot like that before. I guess my imagination is more like a crock pot.
The woods are foggy. Cicadas silence their songs. Clouds darken the waning moon. Ahead of you, a cabin appears. A single light can be seen burning through a blown glass window. That's the prompt.
So when I was leaving that show last night, yeah, I was telling you about that. Last night, I went and saw Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie. Left Before Zombie. I've seen them a million times. It doesn't really matter to me. The way it's out in the suburbs, this big amphitheater I went to, and the amphitheater itself is out in the sticks, the fields, and all that jazz. So I want to call an Uber. I walked about 2 miles away from it through the weeds and all that to get to the place, and I came across this bridge. Like, it just went up and sloped down, and you pretty much couldn't see anything past that for like quite a walk. And these bushes alongside of it were like almost made the shape of faces that kind of looked like they were in horror, facing towards the direction I was going almost like a tunnel of souls. Kind of remind me of some like Junji Ito stuff. And I was kind of tripping off that all night.
Nice.
So I'm going to write that down. Well, at least get that idea in the box before I forget it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because at one point I would like to try to do some kind of horror manga style.
Yeah, me too. The writing that I've kind of been doing lately is kind of inspired by Junji Ito. So I'm thinking with that prompt of a video game that I played. It was just a demo, but it was kind of amazing. And I don't want to steal the idea from the video game, but it was so good that it's going to be hard not to do.
Well, it's not so much, copying the idea, but copying the emotions it made you feel.
Sure.
That's what it comes down to. Because when I think of like stories that affected me, or even moments or characters from those stories, and how I want to put that towards my own writing, it's not so much like trying to mimic that, but it's like, why did I feel that way towards it, and how can I push that towards something I'm doing? Just really hit those notes, I guess you can say.
Hold on.
Am I going too out there with it?
No, you're not. It's kind of green, but put a little citrus in it and honey, and it is perfect. It has caffeine, but it isn't crazy. Hi, Six. How's it going?
I wasn't even paying attention.
I meant if you had a short story, about 5 or 6 chapters in the Ranger's Apprentice series. There's a story in the book, the last stories in the Ranger's Apprentice series. It's called Doctor and Equal. I'm going to go. See you later, and good luck with all the writing and stuff. I'm going to go. Yeah, see you later. Bye, Jordan.
Later, Jordan.
Okay, we have been chatting for 32 minutes, and we've been kind of cheating with the flash thing. Ow!
See? That's what we get for cheating.
Ow!
Keep mouthing off.
Ow!
What is going on? You okay?
It's my burn. It's my burn. I just tore off some of the dead skin.
What, the flies get at it? Clean that shit. Why is it green?
It's not green. That's like skinless flesh that you see under there.
Really? What is there 6 layers of human skin, right?
So it's a 2nd degree burn, I think.
I had 2nd degree burns on my shoulders.
Ow.
From sitting out in the sun for like 12 damn hours in Panama City when I was a kid.
Oh man, that sucks.
I had Toxic Avenger shoulders for like 2 weeks. It was pretty gnarly. But nothing, like 2 days after is when the burn really kicked in, and I was trying to sleep in my bed. Oh my fucking God. I don't think I slept for like 2 days. It burned.
I'm trying to put my elbow on my knee. And
finding out.
It looks like the 2nd degree I got from a Pop-Tart. Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, I got it from a 400 degree oven.
I get bit all the time by my air fryer. Well, because I'm stupid enough to reach in there without getting any tongs, because I'm lazy to go get them. I could get that one last Hot Pocket. Ow.
Ow.
Fuck. I don't even stop. I just go back in there again.
You're funny.
You're not going to beat the air fryer.
So I'm going to read the prompt again, and we'll see what's up. The woods are foggy. Cicadas silence their songs. Clouds darken the waning moon. Ahead of you, a cabin appears. A single light can be seen burning through a blown glass window. Okay, I'm going to start the timer and I'm going to write a story within the timer.
Start your engines, folks.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Bleh.
Okay. I think I finished it. I kind of want to take it one step further, but time was up. So, do you want to hear it?
Let's do it.
Okay. We'll see how fucked up it is.
I cannot wait.
It's almost 2 pages.
Damn, yo. How many words?
Oh, not too many. Tools. Word count. 538.
Not too many. That's like a daily word count for when I used to take word count.
All right. So, the woods are foggy. Cicadas silence their songs. Clouds darken the waning moon. Ahead of you, a cabin appears. A single light can be seen burning through a blown glass window. You have a mission. Inside the cabin is a princess. That princess must die. The world will end if she survives. Where do you think you're going? Refusing the call, hmm? You turn around and walk into the dense forest away from the cabin. You seem to walk for hours, but as you crest a hill, you find another cabin, just like the first, peeking over the horizon. She's in there, you know, the princess. This is your second chance. Kill her, or the world will end. Turning around again, hmm? You indeed turn around, but in front of you is another cabin, just like the first two. You look beyond the cabin and you see identical hills, all grounds for cabins that look alike, all with a single light burning through a blown glass window. This is your last chance. That's the spirit, onwards towards the cabin in front of you. You open the door to reveal an empty living room, void of furniture except for a key sitting on a small table and the lamp. The walls are worn wood, weathered and treated viciously by the elements. A bat is in the corner of the room. You contemplate taking it with you. What are you going to do with her with it? You forego the bat. You just want to talk. Hmm? There is a single door ahead of you. She must be in there. There is a lock on the door. Perhaps the key goes to that. The key makes a sickening sound as it slides into the lock, and with a turn of the key, the lock springs open violently. The door creaks open just a little, making a sound like nails across a chalkboard. You help the door open all the way. The sound rends your ears, sending chills down your spine. On the other side of the door is a set of dusty stairs leading down towards a basement. As you make it halfway down the stairs, you hear a woman's voice. What? Who's there? Do you respond? No. Let's continue then. At the bottom of the stairs is the princess, a young woman in a gown that is torn by struggle as she is chained to the far wall. Oh, she says in a wrinkled tone, it's you. What are you going to do with that bat? Bat? But you left it. No, you didn't. It is in your hand. She shifts her sitting position to sit on her ankles, the dress poofing around her. You step forward before she speaks again, and the bat comes down on her blonde head, completely destroying the tiara she wears. Something gives way, and she drops, splayed out on the floor. Blood is leaking from her head. Damage from the bat and the crown probably killed her. You dropped the bat and run back up the stairs. You shut the loud hinged door with a slam and relock it. This time you throw the key into the woods as you flee the house. And that's as far as
I got. Pretty gothic, backwoods gothic horror story. Bravo, friend.
Thanks.
Where are you going to submit it to?
I don't think I'm going to submit it. Finished the original last chapter of my books that I've been editing for the last month, so I'm writing my writer's notebook. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome, Rita. Also, hi, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
All right. Whew, that took like an enormous amount of mental energy.
Yeah, you spent your time more than I did. I got to the part I want. Oh yeah, I don't know if I said. I usually like when I guess edit or revise my stories. I go from beginning to end. I never jump. And this first time me jumping, and I went to a specific scene. Not only did I realize it's terribly written, I need to fix a lot of things. I'm moving stuff around, and I realized, oh, the more I move around, the more I got to go back and change this. So I basically just created one of those things.
Oh,
Paradox.
shit. Yeah.
But I mean, no, it's a good one. I know where I'm going to cut it off at, but I'm still figuring that out while you're writing whole stories. But it
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
know if I'm going to do another.
We're still getting our asses kicked anyways.
Yeah.
But, the 693 words.
693 words from Mint.
Machine.
She is a machine. She types much faster than I do. I look so focused.
And those words are in mint condition.
Yeah. Oh, you think so? I don't know.
I know it's called the pun.
Oh. Bitter-ching.
Yes.
Yes. Mm.
So yeah, you think I should go that whole reprinting route?
If you find open submission that is looking for original works or works that are within your subject line, then I would strongly recommend it.
Yeah, I know some specify no reprints, stuff like that. Damn, what's that one website that you go to for all the horror submissions?
There's a bunch.
Well, there's one that has like all of them on there, like all the publishing houses. I was in a video chat with a bunch of HWA members, and one of them mentioned it. Like, damn it, I haven't thought about it. Like, because I went there before I said screw it and started to self-publish.
Mm-hmm.
Because after like four horror publishers, like big names, saying, "Oh, this stuff's too violent." Well, you know what? You guys don't know horror. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself. And now I'm going back to them reprints. Because why not?
Because why not?
But there's some things I want to change in a couple of stories. Namely, no strings attached. There's one scene I want to fix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never taken a story off of Kindle before. Let's say I want to take it off and screw with it and throw it back on. Have you ever done anything like that before?
What do you mean?
Like, say you have a story published on Kindle.
Yeah.
Have you ever like? Well, I mean, I guess not taking it off, but like.
The only things on Kindle that I have a novella and I have 2 books, 2 full, like 75,000 word books.
Well, either way, I guess I'll just like redo it and reformat it and resubmit it to Kindle, basically.
Okay.
I don't want to do that yet, though. That's more of like later on down the line, because I know at some point I want to put this stuff in a collection. In fact, this novella I'm putting out now is probably the last thing I'll put on Kindle for a while until I'm ready to write some big novel type shit. Anything else, any shorts I'm going to put aside for a potential collection later on down the line.
Cool.
Yes. Quit picking at it.
I'm not picking at it. I'm just looking at it because I keep putting my elbow on my knee and it stings.
You're talking to a guy that's been doing labor jobs whole life. You don't think I've cut my hands and fingers in ways to realize that every time you use them, you're hitting it at some point. You ever cut your hand and you keep whacking that part of your hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that world too well.
Oh, the 700-ish words is good because it was a ton of world building.
That's cool.
Are you an underwriter or a overwriter, Mint?
I know you're not asking me. You know that answer.
You're an underwriter?
Oh, yeah. I do like, I'll focus on some parts. Usually the killers that are bad things in my stories, the gore.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like otherwise, I don't know. I guess I take my cues from like Cormac McCarthy when it comes to explaining like the landscape. More like a sonar ping.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, with that amount of words in that short of time, definitely overwriter.
Oh, shit.
Mint machine.
I'm gonna pause it.
Slacker.
Pause. Like that.
1958. Didn't Godzilla come out in 1958?
Something like that.
I'm gonna check. Sorry, Gojira.
Gojira.
San Gojira. $1954. I was wrong.
So QWERTY said, every time I hear anything in second person, I'm like, there are two wolves inside of you. I'm familiar with that too. The novel I'm trying to do a final draft of by the end of the year, the last draft was 170. I need to cut like 7,000 words. And it's not going so well. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Okay. Since I did that, I think I'm gonna possibly, I don't know if I'm gonna continue it. For 20 minutes, I thought it was pretty good.
Keep going with it.
I think I will. And I'm gonna get myself another drink.
What are you drinking? Oh, you're drinking that lime sparkling.
Yeah, sparkling water.
It's sparkles.
Okay. Let's get back to writing.
Let's.
In 3, 2, 1.
Words.
Sprint. Okay. Take a break. How was that sprint for you?
It was okay. Actually, this story, The Cyst, is the second story I ever wrote. Did I ever tell you that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is what I wrote after No Strings Attached, and I just shelved it away for a while and went towards the other stuff. And I'm being reminded of this the more I keep like going into this scene I'm trying to mess around with, and oh my god, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know what I mean. That's why I don't really take people's compliments that seriously. Like, what the hell was I doing there? Why did I write that? I'm so overthinking about everything. What made me think that was okay to keep going and not delete that immediately? Such awkward, stilted phrasing and no transition, bad dialogue, and like repeated phrases.
So get
It's
better
terrible.
at your dialogue.
I think I'm better than I was.
Right on.
Oh God, it's like remembering something really stupid you did 5 years ago. There's nothing you do about it, but still there's that bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is I can at least fix this mistake.
I got another 400 words. And I think it's done.
Do you want to share with the class?
Sure.
Bring it on.
All right.
Flash us.
You drop the bat and run up the stairs. You run away from the cabin back into the dense forest. You again run for hours, but you crest over a hill to find the cabin all over again. Looks like we didn't do the job right the first time. Leaning on a tree nearby is the bat, complete with bloody smear and small chunks taken out of the wood by the tiara. You snatch the bat in your left hand, your strong hand, and storm back down the hill towards the cabin. In the cabin is the same room, lacking all furniture except for the small table, the gaslit lamp, and that accursed key. You take the key with the right hand and proceed to go through the motions of unlocking the door. The sounds just short of driving you to madness, you continue storming down the dusty stairs. Instead of a woman's words, you hear a groan. It urges you to go down the stairs faster. Still chained to the wall is the princess, still upright with half her skull caved in from the attack before. Yet she is conscious, and she's looking dead at you. Her dark eyes hold no malice nor adoration. No, they are empty of all soul, and they raise the hairs on the back of your neck. Again, you drop the bat and back up the stairs. Clouds of dust fall on you. She laughs, a horrid sound that echoes up the stairwell, and you make it to the top, slamming the door and relocking it. You rush to the front door and open it only to reveal a vast universe. Beautiful nothing. No more forest. No more cabins that all look alike. No more hills. Just just blackness lit with stars. Her cackle can still be heard from behind the locked door. Leaving the front door open, you sit in the corner of the room listening to her laughter. You can't run, she says, her voice muffled by the locked door. You and I are destined to be together forever.
And ever and ever.
End of story.
Whoop, whoop. Well done.
Thank
or
you.
is it? Is it the end? Because nothing is forever.
For sure. Hey, Emma.
Emmer. What you want?
Mm-hmm. What you want? Also, hi, Nin. And hi, Qwerty, who might be watching. I don't know.
How many people are
StreamYard StreamYard likes to lie to me about who is actually watching, how many people are actually watching.
I'm seeing 4 on my side in the chat.
Okay.
Remember, smash that like button. Push it down so you hear the bone snap. Stop picking that sore.
I'm not picking it. I'm looking at it every time it hurts.
You got so fucking mad when I said that. I'm not picking.
I'm not picking at it.
Fucking asshole.
Ooh, as you wander the woods, you accidentally tow a bear trap. It slams shut on open air with a deafening rattle. A yard away, you see another. You are in a minefield of hunter country.
Ooh.
That could be a good prompt. 3.5 minutes left on our break.
I keep going back to that the creepy highway. Where I should go with that.
Ooh.
Does it become a corridor? Does it lead to something else, a bigger story? I don't know. I just want it to be creepy and quick, maybe. Yes, highway at night, these weird bushes on the side that kind of resemble like heads, faces looking towards the way you're going, all scared and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll be the next bush.
Mm.
But it sounds like something I would have read in like Fear Street or Goosebumps or something.
Yeah.
So I got to make it particularly depraved. So half her head was caved in, but she was still alive.
Yeah.
How? Men?
Oh.
Hunter reference. There's actually this one scene where this guy you ever watch Hunter x Hunter?
I've seen a couple of episodes, but that was like decades ago.
Well, no, this is like the newer one that came out 10 years ago, I think.
No,
I never watched the older one, but I'm not gonna begin to explain then. Basically, this guy used this ability to where like he created these like energy made like fish bone monsters, and they're like eating this guy up, like half his head gone, and he was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
He was all freaked out, like, "How am I still alive?" It was pretty cool, especially for a show that's supposed to be like Shonen Jump, like
Yeah.
kid style. Like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
that's why anime rocks. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. They just I don't know what the censorship thing is in Japan, because there are times where they censor not the act, just the genitalia.
Which shocks the hell out of me, being in Japan, because they get on some pervy ass shit.
And that's like, you got to be like 12 or 13 in order to get one of those.
I mean, it's hard to say because when I was a kid, I would have loved it. At the same time, I was watching Hellraiser 3 when I was a kid, Hellraiser 2 and all that, Faces of Death. I was a little creep.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at the same time, I guess I would have fitted more towards that. I don't know. Like American cartoons, I guess they get kind of dark. But let's not go with that route. That's a long conversation.
Yes, that's a long conversation. Andy says hi.
Andy!
He should come and say hi himself.
Yeah. Is he sleeping? No, he's too busy being awesome.
He's too busy being awesome.
Too awesome for us. Had to send Emma.
Gonna give the like button a tickle.
Oh.
Thank you.
Any way you can stimulate it.
Well. All right, 28 seconds. I don't know what I'm going to do this next sprint. Maybe something about the hunters.
Oh. I got to at least do one more work on this shit before I jump to like the other plans I have with my shit.
Okay.
I got to at least get myself a head start into the scene in 5, 4, and 3.
Let's do it. Get back to work. Okay, that was our last sprint. And how I'm going to do away with this timer because we've hit the 2-hour mark. We're just about to hit the 2-hour mark. Remove.
What was that? It sounded like music.
Boop. There we go. How was that for you?
It was okay. I fixed some things. I don't know if you ever had that feeling you just walk into a room that is so horrendously disgusting and destroyed and just cluttered everywhere. An absolute nightmare. This might also be more of a guy problem because we are just messy, piggish animals. And I've definitely gotten a few situations where I've looked at a place that I've kind of ignored forever and be like, oh my God, where do I start with this shit? And that's basically where I'm at with this one scene. And I'm just cleaning little spots here and there, making it more coherent, more writerly.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, progress, I guess.
Got a paragraph you want to share?
No.
No.
Because anything I'd say, I'd have to put in a context would take forever, and I don't feel like doing that.
Oh, it would all be contextual.
Yes. But at the same time, I should get better at stuff like that for the future because I absolutely suck at writing blurbs and synopsis and even describing my stories. It's like I can't get all the words out at once. I'm an underwriter, but I'm an overthinker. It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle.
You did okay?
I'm all right. I'm looking at YouTube and my subscriptions and stuff like that.
How's it doing?
Right now I'm looking at brainstorming 1 month of social media posts in 30 minutes.
How much of your stuff's like between posting and related to your brand?
Everything is my brand.
Oh. You don't just shit post like I do.
The things that I post are within my brand usually.
Well, riddle me this, Sako. You see the shit I post all the time. Is that bad for me to do with my brand? I don't really think I have a brand other than just me.
Well, that's your brand.
But at the same time, you don't want to come off too comedic to a horror crowd. Then, you got people who are more funny stuff and they realize you write this dark, horrible content. It's like, oh my God, this guy's fucked up. No wonder he tries making jokes all the time.
Things are very distracting here right now. Ha 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 ha. Dan is dancing and Ren is screaming. The ADHD energy is strong.
Me too. Oh my God. Like I've had to pull myself back to each paragraph. Squirrels everywhere.
Squirrels everywhere.
Also some good chai and I had to put a lot of sugar in it. Oh well.
Yeah, I want to concentrate on getting my name more out there. So I'm basically trying to come up with ways to do that.
Conventions?
Well, yeah.
You guys have a lot more out there than I have here. Just, Chicago, unless I want to go all the way to St. Louis or that's about it. Maybe Detroit.
I'm going to Atlanta next week and then Tampa the week at the end of the month, rather.
These are horror conventions or what?
Horror convention for Tampa. Excuse me. Also see a pabu. Yes, see the pabu.
Kitty. It's like, well, if you guys are gonna take her attention away from me, I'm gonna give all the attention from you.
Um, what was I saying?
Tampa Bay Convention. You're going with a Tampa?
Tampa is a horror convention. It's Necronomicon, and which I've
Heard of that?
been buying for years and years. It just so happens that Heather Dewey Pettit is on the board.
I know Heather.
Yeah. So she conscripted me to come be on a bunch of panels. So I get to check the con out, and I get to talk among people who know what they're talking about, and it's going to be a blast.
Also, Tampa Bay has a really huge goth scene.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, if you're out there, I know I don't know any goths in Florida. Holy shit!
I know Lilith Fame, who is in Tampa now.
I know that name.
Yeah, she's super goth and a suicide girl.
Cool. All the goths I know are Chicago, obviously, New York, Germany, England, a few Aussies actually.
Mm-hmm.
No little Floridians. I better work on that a little bit.
Right on.
See if they like any horror stories.
I bet they do. With because Necronomicon is the oldest con in Florida. So like the horror scene is huge. And it's expressed to me that it's a tiny con. So I don't know what their idea of a small con is.
You know what also pretty much came out of Florida? Death metal.
Yeah.
Death, the Forefathers, Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, I think it was New York. Oh, there's another one. There's another. A Deicide. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Devil Horns.
Devil Horns.
So yeah, you got the death metal, you got the goth, you got the horror. I want to go. What have I told you? Like, I'll be out there. Get me a panel.
Talk to Heather.
Oh, I'm not going to do it, but
yeah.
I mean,
are you gonna fly down to Tampa and hang out with me and Heather?
Well, I know a few people in Florida, and like I'd never get down there. If I go down there, I'm going to spend a few days, see a few people, and not to mention they're all sprawled out too, over by Orlando, Fort Lauderdale. It'd be a trek. I'd have to probably make a whole week out of it. Because if I go down there for a couple of days and anyone finds out about that, it's going to be so pissed at me for not going to see them. One of those. But, I mean, I'm not big on the whole doing panels thing, people and shit. I don't have stuff on Kindle.
Which is so weird because that's essentially what we do when we're streaming, is especially if there's a topic about writing, like it's like a panel.
Yeah, but I'm sitting here comfortable in my home. I'm not have to go out anywhere and just sit and wade through a sea of breathing, sweating, cosplaying humanity.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's probably why I'm not cut out for writing. I can't imagine ever getting a following and sitting at some damn table for 3 days straight. People walking up all smiling and nervous and fucking, you're trying not to be nervous either. Let me take a picture with me or sign your name here. Oh, got it. Shoot my fucking. Never mind. I'm not going to say that in public.
Can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? That's why I don't cosplay anymore.
And I'm, I can't help myself. I see some badass cosplay at a horror convention. They're used to hey, man, let me get a picture of you. I try to be all nice about it. I don't demanding hey.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't mind it. I just like being more anonymous. I don't like being the center of attention, I guess. Because I go to shows all the time and talk to people. But
so that's the thing. Is it that you are anonymous when you are out in public?
Not really. A lot of people, depends where I'm at. A lot of people know me.
Right. So I fail to see. So Mint here says she doesn't like to be face to face or in front of people. Right. Are you the same way?
Depends where I'm at, what I'm doing, the type of energy.
Sure.
But maybe there's more of the anonymity to it. Holy shit! I actually said that without stumbling over the syllables.
Nice.
Thank you. I don't know. Maybe at some point as I progress, but I just don't see pointless, and also I just don't feel like doing it. It's not even like really being afraid. I'm pretty social as being antisocial as I am. I think it does come out in public too. Like, yeah, that guy's definitely fucking antisocial. I mean, well, look, I walk around holding a damn skull.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wrote like almost 900 words for this flash thingy. So I feel that I was productive.
I did a little thing here and there. I was not productive. I'm not unproductive. There we go.
You're not unproductive.
But off today, off Monday, I have more opportunities for the productivity.
You have walked to what now?
I have plenty of opportunities for productivity in the next 2 days that I'll be off work. And yeah,
Nice.
the whole family thing too. You know, the world's gotten a lot smaller, and like you piss anybody off, they can find out anything about you, and then fuck with your family, your job, their jobs. I've seen that happen.
I have not had that experience yet.
I've known people that are doxxed. It sucks.
Well, it is 10 minutes after the 2-hour mark. Do we want to wrap this up, or do we want to keep chatting?
Up to you. You guys gonna say?
I don't.
Jennifer.
Jenna.
Metal.
Which is why I'm going to be in Atlanta next week.
For metal?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of metal?
Prog and Power.
Okay, like in the same band or two different bands?
It's called Prog Power. Is the festival, and they get a bunch of proggy and power metal bands.
Who are some of the headliners?
Miraf, Doro. Actually, Doro's not a headliner. Hold on.
Like when it comes to prog metal, most I know would be like Mastodon or Gojira. Power metal, like any new Dragon Force. Otherwise, Halloween. I know Maiden is more of like British metal, but they're guest.
Green Carnation, Delane, Visions of Atlantis, Ad Infinitum, Unleash the Archers, Mirath, Caligula's Horse, Camelot.
Camelot's definitely a power metal band right there. Jesus Christ.
Windrose, like Diggy Diggy Hole, you know. The Cryptics, Poverty's No Crime, and Evil Invaders.
Yeah, definitely some power metal sounding bands right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for the Dragon Slayer, the Wizard on the Mountain.
Oh, and Beast in Black.
Beast in Black.
Vola, The Halo Effect, 0 Hour, and 7 Kingdoms.
You definitely need a name that can be chanted. Beast in Black is definitely one of those.
Doro. I think Doro is the headliner.
I've heard that name, I think.
Doro is a German woman who used to be the lead singer of a band, but she went off to solo. Doro.
Is it Angela from Arch Enemy? Angela Gasol?
She was in Warlock in the 80s.
Warlock.
And then since 1989, she went off and did her own thing. And I like prog power because you get to hang out with the band.
And being power metal, they don't have like that glam rock ego, do they?
It depends on the band. Like Windrose definitely has a shtick.
What kind of shtick?
They are dwarven metal.
In theme or appearance?
Prog power. Not Prague as in the city, Prague as in the metal.
Prague, but not in Prague.
Yeah, and I went last year, so I'm going again this year. I'm not sure who. I mean, Mirath is definitely on my list. I fucking love them. So I'm trying to. Oh my gosh, that's a week away. I was gonna choreograph a dance and possibly do it with Cadria, who Cadria works the festival, and she is also one of my classmates under a belly dance teacher.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's also a lead singer of the band Inviolate, based out of Atlanta. And she belly dances on stage.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website right now. That is a cool poster they have for the wolf with the two different eye color.
Mm-hmm.
It's sold out though. I can't go.
Yeah, autocorrect. Yeah, I got you. Jenna, if you gotta come, because they keep saying this is the last year, but I suspect it's gonna keep going for the next couple years.
Well, yeah, like the Rolling Stones' final tour in 1989. Last one ever. You know, I've never been to Milwaukee Metal Fest, and it's only like an hour and a half drive away.
Right on.
No, like I keep meaning to go, but like,
Something comes up, I'm sure.
that it's just like I don't feel like going all the way up there. I mean, I have nothing against Wisconsin. I actually like it every time I go up there. It's just
Mm-hmm.
too many venues around here. Like, nah, bring that shit here to the bigger city.
Yeah,
we have better food. Can't say we have better cheese or beer or brats, but we have better everything else.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we have better cheese, beer, and brats. What the fuck am I saying? We have better everything.
Yes.
Better death too.
Why did you send the love
down the well?
Wanted to stop in and say hi as you wrapped up. Hugs, be safe. Hugs.
Always careful, never safe.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Too much seltzer water?
Yeah.
Drink whiskey like an adult.
I know, right? I have apple pie moonshine that I've been like waiting on. I might.
Ooh. Put it in the freezer.
It is Saturday night, so I might get wasted.
There you go. Back in my crazy days, I would put a bottle of whiskey in the freezer like early Saturday morning, so by Saturday night it was almost like syrupy.
Mm-hmm.
I would drink
That's
that shit
my favorite, is putting it in the freezer, putting liquor in the freezer.
Yeah, like whiskey, bourbon, or vodka. Like cold ass vodka.
Cold ass vodka is wonderful.
Yes.
Which is the only way I like to have it, is ice cold.
Or I don't know, like not to mention, like you wake up drinking in the morning a good Bloody Mary.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah.
And I used to know a lot of bartenders waking up at their place. All of a sudden, they had this like big ass decked out Bloody Mary. Like there's one person who put shrimp around the glass. So like you're getting drunk and eating shrimp the whole morning, watching the Bears game.
Ooh, lemon soda. Yeah. That's a nice cocktail.
Well,
But
I'll be getting drunk off of water all night.
Okay. Well, if you like this video at any point, I encourage you guys to hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this one, then I strongly recommend subscribing and maybe even ringing that bell on the off chance that YouTube actually notifies you when I go live. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Stay hydrated.